Hi everyone. This video is about block number 6 for June 2021 in our Jelly Roll block of the month. If you'd like to join in, check right below this video for a link to my Facebook group where you'll find everything you need. So we're going to start with our cuts from a light strip or white fabric, whichever you prefer. You'll need 2 strips, 2.5 by 12.5. You need 2 of those. And then you're going to choose 6 different strips. Try to find colors that are contrasting so your pattern will show up more. From each strip, you're going to cut 1 piece of 2.5 by 4.5 and 2 pieces 2.5 square. So you'll do that from each strip. I find this is a great way to use up some of the leftovers from previous blocks. So that's what I've done in a few of these colors. I've used my leftovers. So let's set up our quilt. So I'm going to try and lay them out so the colors contrast so that we see this ladder effect. We'll put a 4.5, the white strip, a 2.5, the white strip, and then another 2.5. And then I'll choose this color, 4.5, 2.5, 2.5. And you just continue like that. And make sure that your colors are the same going across. So 4.5, 2.5, 2.5. And be careful if you're using a directional pattern that you lay everything in that strip, in that row, in the same direction. You don't want to have some facing the wrong direction. So let's see, what do we need next? I'll use a darker color. 4.5, 2.5, and 2.5. Then a light color, 4.5, 2.5, 2.5. Don't forget these seem short, but once you attach all these seams, they'll be the same length. And then a dark, 4.5, 2.5, and 2.5. So these are going to fit in the middle afterwards. Okay, so this is an easy block. You're not going to have any nesting. So all we're going to do is sew these rows vertically going down. So we'll start by doing the 4.5, then the 2.5, and the 2.5. Press them well so your seams are all nice and flat, and then we'll bring it back and put them together. Oh, I should mention too, you don't want to mix these up as you sew them because you want the colors to stay in rows. So don't mix them up. Keep your order. There we go. I'll sew this and I'll be back to take the next row. Okay, so here's my first vertical row. All my seams are pressed in the same direction. And we can see now how it's going to fit on this white strip. Now I'm going to do the second row, and you can see that I kept my colors in order, so you want to be sure to repeat that. Keep your colors in order and your directions all going the way they should. I'll get this one done and I'll be back. Here's our second vertical row. Pressed nice and flat, and onto the last row. Again, making sure my directions are following each other, and press between every row so that your seams are super nice and flat. There we go, and our last row is done. Okay, so all we have left to do is to attach it all into a block. So I'm going to start by attaching this side. press my seam really well when I'm done, and then I'll attach the next piece. There we go. And now we'll attach the next rows. And we'll continue like this until we have all the pieces done. And our last row. And there we go. Our block is done. I think it's really a cute block. Very fun. It's called a ladder block. I need to clean up all my excess threads that are hanging around, and like that, and square it up, and I'll be done. So I hope you're going to enjoy making this block. It's super easy to do. Just don't forget to make sure that your patterns stay in line. Don't mix them up, and your directional prints should be facing the same direction right across. So once again, if you're not participating already in our Block of the Month challenge, you can find a link to my Facebook group in the description under the video. That's where you'll find all the information you need and all the blocks you need to catch up with what we're doing. Thank you for watching.